Mm, that's how bad I am. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? These people something else, man. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, can y'all hear me though? Okay, I think I'm restarting. I think they're doing everything possible to keep me from being on. So now that I'm back on, I want to apologize for the technical difficulties. But y'all can see as it was coming on, you can see whatever power is behind here is doing everything in their power to make sure that you don't hear Mr. Blows Your Mind. See, for a lot of people, unless you knew and you just a passerby, this is what it do over here because we, or I, myself, bring, topics and things that I talk about that are prevalent, relevant, and on point. And, sometimes the powers that be not trying to hear that. So I want to apologize if the beginning was real shoddy, but that's them trying to make sure that I'm not doing what I'm doing. First and foremost, I want to say what's up to all my subscribers out there. What's good? Passerbyers, welcome to the Mr. Blow Your Mind show. Agents, you already doing what y'all doing. You're doing it already. Right? Everybody seen that, right? They seen that numbers in here kind of high, and they was like, no, not him. Not him. Of all people, not him. But anyway, what's good, everybody? Again, let me get my spiel out the way. Hello and welcome to the Mr. Blows Your Mind show. This is Black Minds News. I am your host, the Whiteologist. This channel is to report, transmit, communicate, reiterate, decode, unveil, spread the news, whether it's by news, video, website, or quotes from publications. As I articulate these information, I ask that the creator of the universe be present. And in honor of all those who came to this land from the greatest descendants, who I am descended of, from the greatest people who contribute to this nation, I give honor to them. Because you know why? The truth don't need no partner. And guess what my motto is, y'all? I ain't going to tell you what I heard. I'm going to tell you what I know. Well, there's always stuff going on as usual, right? The wheel keep turning, the earth keep turning, things keep happening. And as we live in this nation, seems like the unfolding of a lot of things keep persisting. And, some tragedies took place, as well as a lot of other news. And, what I do is I find things to bring and present to you. So let's get the show started. Because, once again, I want to apologize for the, as you can see what it was, really. Just not trying to have me out here talking about what I'm talking about. Even though yet people like myself only do is just purporting information, bringing what is public and already known. But some people, they just don't want that. So those who might see my channel say, man, this dude don't get nothing but about 100 views, man. Like you got me on a corner, man. That's how they got me. They're not going to allow me to get out beyond that. I got to say that every time, right? I got to remind those who passing by who might be like, nobody be listening to him. Of course not. Sometimes you know how the system is. Certain people get to, they have these expansive channels with large volumes of people who follow them. It's due to the fact that what is the content that they're bringing, right? So sometimes it depends that sometimes when you look at some of these channels and they're small and they don't have the numbers, it's not because nobody looking at them. Maybe you better look at what the content of what they're talking about. So let's get into this anyway. Let me start it off. Already kind of delayed. Again, I want to apologize on this. Let me push this to you and talk after this. Everybody should be a little familiar about this. It's hot in the topic right now. So sit back for a second, check this one out. And here it goes.
First, the headlines for this Sunday morning, the 28th of October, 2018. 20 minutes, 11 dead, 6 injured. We begin with yet another terrible day of gun violence in America. This time, the attack was at a temple in Pittsburgh. And what happened at the Tree of Life Synagogue is the deadliest attack on Jewish Americans in U.S. history. David Begnaud is there.
Jane, police are now telling us that 3 women and 8 men were executed as they worshiped here at the synagogue behind me. There is a piercing silence this morning, a bit of a misting rain, and flowers that had been placed just underneath the crime scene tape. The massacre here at Squirrel Hill is going to be prosecuted as a hate crime. It's been just about 24 hours since the Saturday morning quiet of this mostly Jewish neighborhood in Pittsburgh was shattered when a lone gunman stormed into the synagogue.
We could hear the shots and we were standing in our living room and we could just hear just rapid fire.
Police say the gunman told a SWAT officer that he wanted all Jews to die and that they were committing genocide against his people. Armed with an AR-15 assault rifle and 3 handguns, according to authorities, the man opened fire.
This is the most horrific crime scene I've seen in 22 years with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Members of the Tree of Life Synagogue were brutally murdered by a gunman targeting them simply because of their faith.
Bob Jones with the FBI's Pittsburgh office says the 46-year-old suspect, Robert D. Bowers, was not known to law enforcement before now. A search of his social media postings show virulent anti-Semitic slurs. President Trump, speaking at an event in Indianapolis, condemned the attack.
This wicked act of mass murder is pure evil, hard to believe, and frankly, something that is unimaginable.
Bowers is now facing 29 criminal charges, including 11 counts of obstruction of the exercise of religious beliefs resulting in death. That is a hate crime. U.S. Attorney Scott Brady.
We are dedicating the entire resources of my office to this federal hate crime investigation and prosecution. Justice in this case will be swift and it will be severe.
Last night, people jammed a Pittsburgh intersection in the light rain, chanting, singing, and praying, just as the victims were doing when they were killed. For Sunday Morning, this is David Begnaud in Pittsburgh.
Okay, so everybody might be kind of familiar with what took place in Pittsburgh. As we just heard, that there was 11 people from the Tree of Life Synagogue. There was 3 women, 8 men, who, according to the story, was massacred, right? And considered a hate crime. And based on the story, it's talking about that these people were targeted for the simple fact that it was about their faith. It was a wicked act. These people, or the person who took, as they stated, executed the life of these 11 people, were anti-Semitic. And it was an obstruction of the freedom of their practice of their religion. Again, no one gloats over the tragic of people who lose their life over, what would be considered a terrorist act, right? An individual who targets people based on the simple fact that, if we're going to take what they stated, because I have some questions I would like to propose to you, which is, didn't we have a situation like this happen in South Carolina? Was it similar to the same? The numbers might have been a little bit different. There was 11 here. There was 9 in South Carolina, right? We did have a so-called black president at the time, right when that event took place. And everybody who remembers seeing how that all took place, and the individual who ended up getting caught for that was alive, right? It seems that this individual here, after taking 11 lives, and there was other people who were injured, plus police officers, as they were showing, or at least they played in the videos, that they were having a shootout. I'm still trying to figure out how did he didn't get no shots, and he's able to be arrested and apprehended without any injury to himself. How is it that people like that, who it is obvious what took place, can still come out of that situation unscathed? Now, again, I'm not making light of the fact that the people, again, those who want to give condolences on behalf of what took place, right? And so, but I'm looking at the fact that a person who did this heinous crime, and I see the pattern, that it seems like when you seen this originally and they was doing it live, then you see how the police were dressed in fatigue, of army fatigue, suited and booted, guns, walking in formation, right? But you ain't not one shot is being made towards this individual who got a whole synagogue on lock and killing. How is it that he's able to get out of a situation when somebody can be in a car who's like ourselves and go for their wallet just to show the police officer and get gunned up? Another one can say that, well, he was at the car and he was bulking up when I was shooting him like he was going through it in Ferguson. How is it that these people are able to be able to accost you? Are you hungry? Would you like something to eat before we take you into the station? Huh? And let's look at the dichotomy here, which is when it was happening in South Carolina, hate crime was never really kind of the stigmatization that was used. It was like a lone wolf of an individual who was doing what he was doing based on his, right? It wasn't considered a wicked act. It wasn't, you get what I'm saying? So again, I'm not making light of the situation. I want to make a comparison as a last video that I did. I talked about, the difference in justice and the way one aspect can do. Because let's take Micah Johnson. Remember that guy that was up in Texas that killed those sheriffs that they told us about? We never did see funerals, or there might have been some names. I just don't recall. But they made sure that brother was dead. They put a robotic drone in the parking lot under remote control and blew him up. Remember that? How is it that these people who are doing these things can come out and actually gonna go through the process, right? All right, y'all. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a little bit, a little respectful of what took place. And I know there's a lot of people who got their own feelings about it, but I'm looking at that too like, hold on, wait a minute. Not making light of the people. Again, vigilant, candlelights, condolences. We give you all that. But when we look at these scenarios and put them together, we have to say, how come this cat, which you had all that you showed, how was it that this cat got up out of there alive? How did he, after killing all those people, was able to get up out of there to even get handcuffs on him? Now, am I advocating violence to somebody? No. I'm saying, hey, on a situation like that, again, we had where, again, like I said, in Texas, that man didn't get to the back of the police car. No handcuff, none of that. We see 2 incidents, a total of 11 here, 9 there. That's 20 people. I'm not sure what happened in Texas, but neither one of them was scathed, killed, none of that. So I just kind of wonder, how is it that we have soft kid gloves? Now, I ain't going to say we. I'm just saying, how can they have soft kid gloves when somebody has done something like this? Again, they do what they do, how they want to do it, right? So let's go to another story. I just wanted to bring light of that. I ain't going to get in too deep in that. It's still fresh. You know what I'm saying? That's still fresh. And so I just want to make sure that I did cover it, that I talked about it somewhat. Later on, I'll probably get into that a little bit more about some stuff I really want to say. But just again, given, if you're going to be reporting out here, you might also give some make some light of that. Okay. So going on, we're gonna move on to the next story here. So this next story is basically, I had already talked about it. I talked about, again, when the situation of the blackface, right? And so here's something that came out. For those y'all might have seen me, you didn't see it. So here it is. Check it out, and then I'll elaborate on that.
But as Maurice Dubois is about to tell us, blackface has.
Let me rewind that. I told you, they're working on me. They're working on me. You can hear it.
Acceptance of blackface. It's a racist show business practice most of us thought was long gone. But as Maurice Dubois is about to tell us, blackface has a long history in our country. And we caution you, his report unavoidably includes many offensive and disturbing images.
It happens all too frequently, often at Halloween, but not exclusively.
They thought it was a joke, but it really just was not funny at all.
For example, 2 years ago in Maplewood, New Jersey.
Her daughter posted this photo of herself and a friend in blackface.
The two girls had no idea what blackface was or the history of it.
The history of blackface is long and complex and deeply ingrained in our culture.
Who was that lady I saw you with this afternoon? That was no lady. That was my wife.
Even Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd blacked up.
Fantastic, isn't it?
For more than 100 years, white and then black performers wore dark makeup and created not only a popular theatrical form, but stereotypes that are still with us today.
This makes you uncomfortable, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It does make me feel uncomfortable to talk about these things because they are incredibly disturbing and revolting.
Eric Lott, a professor at the Graduate Center of the City University of New York, says blackface represents a strange mix of envy, fascination, desire, and fear.
Explain the fear part to me. What are these white performers, what are these white people afraid of?
They're afraid of black groups, mobs, rising up and taking the power.
Minstrel shows began in the 1830s, and white performers used burnt cork or later black grease paint. Minstrelsy eventually became the most popular.
Oh, I'm going to stop this. Hold on a second here. They are putting such a delay as into what I'm trying to do here that there's nothing wrong with my system. You understand? There's nothing wrong with my system. This is just the outright blatantness of somebody who just don't want what I'm doing and what I'm talking about. Right? They're acting as if like I basically ain't got no internet on. Look at it's freezing and all that. No way possible. Those who watch my show and do what you coming in and you see the clarity. But they're not going to let the clarity now is because of what you think I might say. I just showed you. I'm going to kick glove that particular aspect about it. You understand? So I'm not sure. Before I move any forward, I'm going to stop that video. Let me know out there how bad is it that you've seen it. Because obviously, you see, obviously. Hey, Claudius, yeah, right? Ain't that, what up, Keller? I see you out there. Yeah, they making sure tonight because, there's plenty of y'all in the house tonight. And due to the fact of what's going on, they're not trying at all. They're doing everything possible not to get this off. Because all of a sudden now, all my input is low. I don't get green. There ain't nothing wrong with my internet. It's nothing wrong. So I know this is what they call net neutrality, right? This is when you doing what they don't want, but then they try to act as if like, again, what you do is, again, the home of the free blade and all this democracy, right? But we see that ain't what this is. You got a message that you talking about that they don't want to hear. They ain't gonna let you be doing it. You get? So I could reset if y'all are willing to take that, or I can fight through it and we could just do what we do, because I'm not sure how it's coming on y'all end. I know what it's saying on this end, but I can see the delay is way. I'm already on something else, and I see that hasn't got to where you guys are at. It's not even playing what then I already done did. So that's them doing what they do. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. I see you out there though, Killer. So again, let me know. Is it too shoddy? Because if it's too bad, then it doesn't make sense for me to do this. Then I had to just come back. Either I can go back, reset, fidget. Y'all give me a few minutes and I'll come back. So, yeah, okay, it's OS, a big time delay. Okay. Right, so that's what they're doing. They're making sure that, oh, I'm good? You sure I'm good? Because on my end, when I'm playing it, it's showing that my stream health is in the red, which means that you guys are getting very buffering, and I don't want that. It don't make sense for me to do the show if we can't get it in clarity, because again, it's supposed to play after the fact, even though they're not going to let nobody see it. You understand? They got me on a block. They're not allowing me to get outside the block. Okay? So I don't want to give y'all a terrible show, and then even if you go back, it can't be seen. See, they seen. Okay, so give me, okay, those who want me to continue on that hear my voice, give me a 1. If the majority of the ones give me the 1, I'll go forward. If not, it don't make sense, because I don't want to put a video out that it's all, shoddy and tore up. It don't make sense. Because, I have it is buffering. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's buffering real bad. So it don't make sense for me to try. They're not going to let me do it. Okay, I got one from Thomas. I got one from James William. Okay, it's okay to see. Okay, now in the room. Okay. All right, so what I'll do is, you see right now, do y'all see on y'all screen, it's showing like I couldn't stand to see my baby lose? Is it froze right there? Because I turned the video off. That's going to show you that that's them not allowing me to do this. So if anybody think that, you think that what my channel is, the reason look how many years I've been doing it. See the videos that I did and I got there, and then all of a sudden now I can't get 100 views. So if you think that I'm bullshitting, it's not me. It is what it is. Right? This is net neutrality at its finest. This is the most hated show on the black corner in the internet. Now, I'm not saying the most popular, but it's the most hated. Because right now, I can't even understand why that screen is still stuck with that on it, which means everything that I'm playing is not going forward. There's nothing that can go forward from here. Right. Yeah, froze, right? It's froze there. Which what they want me to do, they want me to shut it off and come back and hoping that y'all all leave. You get what I'm saying? Because already what I just said, they don't want that said. The comparison between South Carolina and what happened in Pittsburgh. It's the well up to do to talk about. Again, I ain't making light of the situation of people who lost them lives. Tragedy is tragedy. It has nothing to do with color. It's just a simple fact that, again, they can throw that Obama was the president at that time, right? Obama was the president. So you can't blame them that, he came in, remember he came into the church singing, what did he sing? Grace, what is that? Amazing Grace? Amazing Grace. He sang that, right? And if you know the history to that, right? I don't know why we be singing that shit. For those who do sing, why you singing that shit any motherfucking way? Right? Because you know who the author is, who he was, and again, according to the story, he was in the shipwreck. He's saying that because he thought he was about to die. So that ended up being some kind of song that they're going to sing in the damn church, right? So again, when this took place with us, again, there was coverage. But again, like I said, how is it that somebody can do these kind of heinous killings and yet no bullet ain't put in their ass? How you do all that killing, and when you seen on that news with all them fatigued army guns drawn, all that, ain't not one bullet, not one bullet, and he's shooting them too though. That's what they telling us, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm getting green. Oh, I'm getting green, y'all. Hold on. They letting it go. They gonna let it go? Oh, I guess that's what they want. You want me to say? You want me to go back on that? Okay. All right. I look like I'm getting green again. So they just DOS attacking my ass, huh? Okay. Say the show go on. Oh, you want to call in? You want to call in? No, I'm setting up where I'm going to get it. But see, again, the reason why I haven't got no phone, sir, is because of what I'm dealing with now. I can't put the phone in is because they doing this. See, what they want is they want people to believe that nobody is watching this, right? They don't. When I have people who persist, when I come on, you will come over here. But let me tell you something. In my analytics, in my numbers, man, they'll say I lost 8 subscribers here, 10 here. You know what I'm saying? They ain't count my numbers going all the way back to 2013, right? So if you think I've been saying this shit now, you seeing it. I'm gonna play the video and it still froze where it is right now. So that's not me. You understand? That's the system. Yeah, the show must go on. Okay. Fuck it. I'm going to fight it anyway. But see, I don't want the video after the show is over that's going to be played for those who not here. You know what I'm saying? It's a disservice. And it looks like what I'm doing, Now, okay, how about this? I got one how to do this. Okay. I see the ones that said stay. And I respect that. Now I'm going to ask you one more time. Now I see that there's an amount of people that's in here right now. They gave me back the green health, so now everything's up again running. Now what I can do is, I can stop this one, reset. So I don't want to reset because that's what they want me to do. Fuck that shit. We going forward. That's what they want me, because they don't want to take that, what I said originally, not to be on there. Fuck that. We going forward. I'm going forward with the show. Let's go. Yeah, I know something. Yeah. Okay, I appreciate that. Let me see, because see right now, is it still showing on y'all screen? I couldn't stand to see my baby lose. It's still stuck there, right? Which is crazy. That shouldn't even, okay. All right, let's see. All right, let's try this. All right, I'm going to start again from the beginning. Let's go. You can see, look, it's freezing, it's not playing. That's not my system.
And we caution you, his report unavoidably includes many offensive and disturbing images.
It happens all too frequently, often at Halloween, but not exclusively.
They thought it was a joke, but it really just was not funny at all.
For example, 2 years ago in Maplewood, New Jersey.
Her daughter posted this photo of herself and a friend in blackface.
The 2 girls had no idea what blackface was or the history of it.
The history of blackface is long and complex and deeply ingrained in our culture.
Who was that lady I saw you with this afternoon? That was no lady. That was my wife.
Even Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd blacked up.
Fantastic, isn't it?
For more than 100 years, white and then black performers wore dark makeup.
See, they're not letting you guys see the video, right? It's still stuck on where it's stuck, right? And I done played the video where you probably could hear it, but the picture ain't changing, correct? Am I right? Am I wrong? No, is it showing again? Killer, I'm gonna ask you a question. Is the picture changing? Are you seeing different? Because what I'm seeing, it's only showing the one standstill. It's not showing anything else. So are you seeing the picture? It is changing. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and play.
And created not only a popular theatrical form, but stereotypes that are still with us today.
This makes you uncomfortable, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It does make me feel uncomfortable to talk about these things because they are incredibly disturbing and revolting.
Eric Lott, a professor at the Graduate Center of the City University of New York, says blackface represents a strange mix of envy, fascination, desire, and fear.
Explain the fear part to me. What are these white performers, what are these white people afraid of?
They're afraid of black groups, mobs, rising up and taking the power.
Minstrel shows began in the 1830s, and white performers used burnt cork or later black grease paint. Minstrelsy eventually became the most popular form of entertainment in the country.
Ah, yes.
I asked Margot Jefferson, the Pulitzer Prize-winning critic, to look at some images from the New York Public Library.
The shininess of the black against the big white clown's mouth, the hat, the overlong tailcoat.
Her daughter posted
mocking.
this photo of herself
It
and a
always
friend
gives
in
me
blackface.
the jolt that racist history does. Blackface is so tied to comedy, to people enjoying themselves, to people having fun, that rattles you still more.
Well, Mr. Tambo, you seem to be enjoying yourself this evening. Enjoying myself? I sure is.
White minstrel performers claimed that what they did on stage was based on their perceptions of how black people lived.
Some of this came out of a genuine fascination with the music, the songs, the dances, the performance styles of black people.
But it's also where Jump Jim Crow was born, along with other characters depicted as lazy, lying, or buffoonish. Remember, this was all happening before the Civil War.
Slavery was all about creating visions, types, stereotypes of an entire race of people as subhuman in every way.
By the 1860s, African Americans began using blackface on stage.
Why on earth would a black performer put on blackface and demean him or herself?
Look, this is the 19th century. They had limited options. They were expected to.
Why?
Because it made the audiences comfortable. You can be fascinated, you can be excited, but you can always feel superior.
In effect, the black makeup on a black performer became a theatrical mask with many layers of meaning. Professor Eric Lott.
The mask, I think, says to white audiences, you have nothing to fear. Go ahead, enjoy yourself. To black audiences, I think any number of things might have been communicated, like, can you believe that these people are making me put on this mask so they will be entertained? You know, in other words, there's a kind of winking to the black audience. But it gave black performers access to the stage.
One of the biggest black stars to come out of the minstrel tradition was Burt Williams, who wore blackface from vaudeville to Broadway.
It's clear that he was a genius of a performer.
But how did he reconcile performing in this demeaning art form?
He was very melancholy about it. He knew it was necessary for his career, as all other black performers knew it.
Minstrelsy on stage basically died out in the 1920s, but blackface lived on in the movies.
I'd walk a million miles for one of your smiles.
In 1927, Al Jolson starred in the pioneering talking picture The Jazz Singer, playing a young man who prefers singing popular music rather than his family's traditional Hebrew prayers.
West, but I know where the sun shines best.
I don't want to look at it. What reaction do you get?
I totally understand.
Wait a minute. I don't like the way he said that.
In the Our Gang comedies of the 1930s, Spanky appeared in blackface.
Buckwheat, did you say Spanky was in a lot of trouble? Yes, sir.
The gag here is that the gang doesn't realize that that's Spanky in blackface until they actually see Buckwheat.
Hiya, Buckwheat. Hiya, Buckwheat.
So the gist of it is that you put blackface makeup on anyone and they become black.
And that's supposed to be hilarious.
And it's supposed to be really funny.
When he grows up.
And it goes on. During the golden age of the Hollywood musical, Judy Garland.
When he walks down the street, folks will say, pleased to meet Mr. Franklin D. Roosevelt Jones.
Bing Crosby.
That's why we celebrate this blessed February day. Abraham.
Fred Astaire, and many others, all blacked up. It's still in the culture.
It is too easy, I think, simply to dismiss the history of blackface as that racist stuff. And most of us are better than that. I don't think most of us are better than that. We are that. That's what we are.
You know, some people say in order to move forward, we need to put this stuff behind us, as painful, as just upsetting that it may be.
Well, you know, any form of history that gets suppressed or repressed or erased out, it comes back to haunt. What has to happen now is a discussion, an acknowledgement of this charged, complicated, painful history.
All right, so again, I'm not sure as to where you guys are and what you are actually seeing. I'm not liking it. I'm telling you that right now. You know, I don't like my artistry being tampered with. When I sit down to do these things, for those who know the work that I do, you know, I paint pictures. And right now the picture that they're painting is not what I want it to be. It's kind of choppy. It's not, concise. It's not concise. So I'm willing to pull the plug, man. And I don't want to do it, but I got to because I don't want to put out this terrible product. You understand? Now what I can do, like I said, let me go and see and fine tune and see if I can figure out, but give me about 5 or 10 minutes because see, even right now my video output is low, right? So somewhere, again, this is new. I know what this is net neutrality. Behind the scenes is making sure that I'm having these technical difficulties. Yet I know what I pay for and the kind of service I got. So I know it's not that. So, you see white versus black. Okay, that's Let Ford Thomas. Okay. Again, let me see one. If y'all willing to give me 5-10 minutes, let me reset, come back, and see what happens. If not, then I'll close it tonight. Then I'll just come back and do it tomorrow. I'll do the show again tomorrow. Do the same show again tomorrow, because I don't want to go into the stuff that I got, because I got, a nice little show for the night. But if they gonna do this, I'm not gonna put it out tonight. But those who see it tonight, you see what I've been talking about. You know that I'm not just saying this to be just saying it. You seeing it in live form, right? And some people I've seen, you see where I got a couple of videos where it says they got disrupted in the middle of the show and I had to do afterwards. So again, that's what's happening tonight due to what done transpired. And again, the minute I come out and I say the things I say, which is making the dichotomy between what happened in Pittsburgh and we're talking about South Carolina, they're not trying to have it. And no one's pretty much going to talk about that. And they know over here, I'm going to say it. See the one there. I see one there. Yeah. Again, I would prefer to come back, but no, let's go ahead and I'm going to just cut the show tonight and then come back tomorrow. Same time, same channel. You know how I do it. And for those that haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to me, because, see, I would like to know anybody who haven't subscribed that's willing to subscribe, let me know, because, again, people are subscribing and it's not showing. You understand? I'm trying to do this for the edification for us. Now, some people be offended. Some people will take it and say, okay, we understand. You're going to have them people who don't want that. So, again, if you haven't subscribed and you're willing to subscribe, let me know that you subscribe so that I can see that whether I'm getting those subscriptions and how long they're delaying to do it. Because, again, I got notifications where they haven't given me my stuff back in 2013, 2015, 2017. You feel what I'm saying? So that lets me know what this is really about all tonight. And I'm just letting y'all know you already subscribed. Okay, I appreciate that. I know Claudette is subscribed. I think James Williams is already a subscriber. Who else is in here? Indigenous King, I think you subscribe. I haven't seen. You know what, brother? I know you was in here last time, and I didn't see. Again, I go back and I check to see who subscribed, because I be trying to send you an email or Gmail, and guess what? If you did subscribe, you're not in there, and that's what I'm saying. I need to try to figure out what they doing. So if you tell me you subscribe, then I'm gonna go back and look. I don't see you, then I know what kind of bullshit they running here. You get what I'm saying? So I appreciate for those who willing to let me know or going to do it, because, again, we know what it is. Ooh, somebody put something to say, okay. Okay, so I see pretty much everybody in here who's speaking. I see 9 in here. We don't know who else in here. That's okay. Okay, you subscribe. You already subscribed. Okay. LaFord Thomas, are you talking about you have already done or you're about to do? I need somebody in here who's new, who's not, so that I know what's going on here. Somebody who's not subscribed, who will subscribe, so that I can see what's going on here. Because there's some gain. Now all of a sudden now it's green again. Right now I'm getting, my stream health is good now. So playing with the flow of my internet right now. That's what's happening. So now I could play. If I play now, it'll work. So I don't want to just keep on doing it. So again, I just come back and I just reiterate what I said originally. So don't make me get all into the show. That's why I don't want to go too far in it. And then they tear it up and then I said a whole bunch of stuff. No, I'll just come back. Okay, you already been subscribed? Okay, I'm going to look for your name, brother. I see Kellen, what's that, Kellen on top? Or Kelly on top. Kelly on top 1, you subscribe. I haven't seen your name either. So the ones I've seen, I'm writing your name down. I'm going to go look. And that'll let me know, because I need to know what's going on. Because, again, I'm trying to find a good time to be on a regular base with y'all help of, participating, come viewing, sharing. let's see if I can get off this block. And then if not, then I have some foundation as to, when I come to them about it, I'll be able to say this, and that. You get what I'm saying? So I appreciate anybody who's willing to do that. And again, I want to apologize for tonight because I had a good show. I really had a good show tonight. You won't get it tonight, you'll get it tomorrow. But I had a good show. So anybody who might have been off tonight and hopefully you'll be able to do it tomorrow. I'm trying to do it. See, I don't want to throw it out there. But if you've been noticing, go look at the video. You'll see the time frame about, so you'll know it's always around about that time. Hopefully that's a good time for everybody. Because if I try to come in any other time, this was going to happen when it happened. So again, I want to appreciate everybody who came out. I really wanted to do it, man. I really wanted, because, I got somebody who ain't been here in a minute. He showed up tonight. I'm appreciative that he showed up tonight. I got some work for you too, brother, too. We're going to get in contact. I get air to get to you, too. So you want me to, check the email? If I do it now, it might cut me out. I have to do it after the fact. If I do too much on here right now, because the way that my, this whole thing is working. Let me try. Okay, let me try something then. Since it's green, let me just do this for the hell of it. All right, how about this? I'm just gonna play this for the fuck of it. I'm just gonna play this for the fuck of it. Just tell me if y'all can see this. Hold on.
Interrupt me when I'm finna sing, nigga. My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes, baby. And the wild style. I don't wanna hurt nobody, but there is something that I must
Testing 1, 2. Did it come through? That's why I don't like. That's why I don't like this channel, y'all. That's why I don't like this channel. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it to him. Don't get no fuck. Let's do it. So it came through, but see, I'm looking from where I'm looking at. The video still haven't played. It's still showing the screen of white versus black, right? Did you just see the video? Did everybody see the video I just played? Okay, you buffering. James Williams said he's seen it. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. So certain people getting certain things. Now it's red again. They fucking with me. That's all. They fucking with me. So again, I don't want to give the show. It's a good show. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to probably combine because I'm going to have stuff for tomorrow coming and top. It's going to probably be a longer show. But it's a good show, especially with all the shit that's been happening. You see what us off the top right there. They already knew. Once I went there, they said, no, not going to do that. So, same time tomorrow. Tweak it here, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, same time. But we're going to get it in tomorrow. Again, matter of fact, how about this? Who willing to be on the panel? Anybody want to be on the panel while I play this, and then we come in, we all talk about it, and you can be part of the show? I know I got I know he gonna do it. I think, who was that? Somebody else in here. Who want to do that? If anybody want to be for tomorrow's show, particularly tomorrow's show. Yeah, that was R. Kelly. That was hooping, bust out them lyrics. So anybody want to be on the panel tomorrow? I'll give you opportunity. Now you don't have to. Okay, you can. We do it on on the Hangout. You don't have to, if you shy, again, we ain't got to put your face out there if you don't want to. You got a logo, that's good enough. As long as you got a channel that we can do it, set it up, I'll send you the link, come on in, let's get it in. Anybody hit me, you let me know now, hit me there, the Gmail. and then I set it up and let you know time and all that stuff. See, there's regular folks over here. We regular folks. I ain't the mother channel. You got to be special. You know what I'm saying? If you got something to say, you want to come on do it. You want to hang out, come on do it. Who that MB? Not sure who that is. You subscribe to my show, MB? Mr. Spencer say he can't. He working. Okay. Tomorrow you working. Okay. Indigenous King say he down. Okay. Charlamagne, he down. Okay. So look like I got at least 1, 2, 3. Okay. You subscribe. When you subscribe, MB, when did you subscribe? When did you? Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, I know who it is now. Okay, you down? So Indigenous King, MB, Spencer King, because he working. Anybody else? What I'll do is I'll send, because I haven't done one of those yet, and I need to do one of them too. And come on in. You could be a participant, just like if you ain't shy, let somebody know what you feel about some of the stuff. Because again, I show all kinds of stuff. Those videos with cops, situations. You know what I'm saying? You got something you want to add to it, other than what I'm gonna do? Be my guest. Come on, make that. Let's go on, do it. Bring that application out. So I'm gonna cut the show, man. You just now did that one? Okay, good, because, I'll be able to check. So if your subscription gets tied up, then I'll know. Now, see, now it's green again. Now I got the green light. Now it's red. See, they fucking with me. Right? They fucking with me, because just now it was green, like everything was good, now I went back to red. So that's neutrality. That's them doing what they're doing. Okay, got you. So what I'm gonna do, fellas, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it, because it don't make no sense to go no further from here, because they're not gonna let it get off. Matter of fact, the one thing you can tell when you watch it, you see how the screen is right now. You see how I have the screen where it's going across. I got my little model for the day, the date, and so forth, live show. When you start seeing that skipping and stuttering, that's letting you know. That's letting you know right now. Because if you go look at the videos, when you see the intro and it's clarity, I ain't changed nothing when it comes to my system and all that. So if it's been clear all that time, why tonight is doing it? Right? Because they know they don't want me doing what I'm going to do. So it's okay. So we'll let you win tonight. We'll let you know. Everybody see it tonight. But tomorrow, no, we're going to get it through tomorrow. I'll make sure. I'm going to get in here and do what I got to do. So, I'm buffering. Okay. Right. That's what I'm saying. They fucking with it. So ain't nothing I can do about that. Mr. Spencer, what's good, though, brother? So, other than that, man, ain't nothing we can do that with this talking here, because I can't play nothing. See, all right, I'll do something again. Huh? Let me see if I can slap something just for the fuck of it. Matter of fact, okay, how about this shit? Y'all heard that shit, man? Now check this out. You remember that the brother LeVar Ball, right? Now you remember how he went and he created his own league. You know how you got a lot of people talking about black people need to build, right? Like we need to get independent. We need to build our own businesses. So, okay. Now, again, let's look at what he did. Now, again, those who have sons, who fathers and got children, you got some skill, maybe you can hoop or, whatever kind of sport, whatever game it is you got. Now, if you have a chance to facilitate and make a way for your child, you gonna do it, right? So, okay, so let's say he knew one, he got the first one in. The other one was a little suspect, maybe the baby one, you know what I'm saying? So what he does is they take him overseas, right, and they get a little publicity. But I think that was all about him getting the money to invest what he was doing when he came up with that JBA, right? So he creates the JBA, right? And everybody was talking about, he crazy. And nigga crazy. He thinking he finna go make some shit. They laughing at it and all that bullshit. Okay. So what he decided was right, he was gonna give players coming out of high school, right? You gonna make some money to come hoop, right? So he created that. So they try to downplay that shit and everything, right? So now we'll end up come out the G League. Now they want to talk about they giving those prospects that could go D1 that may not go to D1. Now they're gonna give them $125,000 now, huh? See? So again, you be thinking that again. I'm gonna tell you, there's a glass ceiling. Like you can see. Like say, look up at your roof right now, wherever you at. See, there's a ceiling, right? But just man, that shit is a glass, all glass, and you can see through that motherfucker. You can see where the fuck you want to go, but that don't mean necessarily you gonna be able to get there, because again, it's kind of like right now. It's again, I'm trying to do something again. They make you believe that you can come in here, create your own channel. If you're trying to make that money, there's certain guidelines and policies you got to follow rules. Otherwise, you can't make money or whatever shit if you're gonna do this other shit. Okay, but then don't. But if you're not going within the norms of the shit, see, this is what they doing. This black corner. See, we've been waking people up. Not just myself. This whole bunch of people. Y'all got other people who y'all subscribe to and shit like that. They waking people up. So again, people are thinking that you can do what you want to do, and you coming to find out. Again, my question would be: are you really free? See, that's what you got to ask yourself. Are you really free? I know my told you about that 1865 shit, told you that you was emancipated, right? And somehow people taking that shit and run with it and telling other people pull yourself by your bootstrap and do all this shit. But see that shit with Bill Cosby, right? Look at all the money he accumulated when he went and worked, did all the advertisement, all that. He was the first motherfucker to get all them brands, right? Made so to the fact that he had the kind of money that he was willing to go purchase himself his own shit. And they was like, no, you can't. I remember when Bill Cosby, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan, and Walter Payton, I think Walter Payton was in that deal, was trying to purchase the Chicago Bears. But you ain't gonna be able to find that on the internet now. But I remember that shit. And guess what? Who I just named? Oprah Winfrey, so-called billionaire. Michael Jordan, so-called billionaire. Bill Cosby, I think he had, okay. And Walter Payton, at least he was a millionaire. But they didn't have enough money. So that shit, when Puffy was talking about buying that team, that was a lot of bullshit. That wasn't real. Right? That shit is real. That just, again, you know what I'm saying, shucking and jiving like the blackface, making you think that, you could get some shit. So what I'm saying about the LeVar Ball part is, see, he created his own shit that was undermining. And matter of fact, think about this shit. We know a lot of people, if you yourself didn't play, had skills, maybe you played a little college ball, maybe you played some D3, D2, D1, right? And then afterwards, okay, think about it. Shit, there's only so many jobs, but there's plentiful motherfuckers who got skills, and we talking about us. You know what I'm saying? It's different with them. They know when they compete against us, they ain't got a chance in motherfucking world. But when we competing with each other, we take that shit to another level. So the cream gonna rise to the top. So what happens to, okay, when you take the top of the motherfucking beer, then you still got more beer left. What you gonna do with the rest of the motherfucking beer? Just throw that shit away? So you only got 2 leagues. You only got 1 league. So every nigga that poop can only play in the NBA. Every nigga that play baseball got to play the major league. I'm going to play soccer. You get what I'm saying? It's too many people to be just one damn league. That's because this country, you know what I'm saying, don't like it, monopolizes shit. So motherfucker monopolize some shit, and then only this one thing. Because remember, they shut down the ABA. Took Dr. J from the ABA, brought him to the NBA, and they was able to close down the ABA with the rest of the players. So that's what done happened here. Rob Ball created some shit. Came a little lucrative. He was going to get those prospects that a lot of them, again, a lot of us coming out of situations, right? Or have come out of situations where we was, you know, shit, box of government cheese, motherfucking, you know, motherfucking powdered milk shit. You know that shit you used to get, right? And guess what?